Part 3. This is such a wide and long topic that I never got done writing about it. Now, the time of 2009, when we lived in a similar war situation, not as bad as this, much worse, and survived it. Our doctors thought that I should be brought to a safe place, because the place in which Timothy and I live, is not safe. The safe place they elected for me was the mental institution, closed mental institution. One of my worst nightmares coming true. I was released, no diagnosis. Actually advocated for the other patients and gave them counsel. Hardly anyone in there belonged there. It's very sad. Quite a few patients there lived in the buildings that the SROs. Certain people are considered expendables. A lot of them are soldiers who can no longer fight. A bunch of people, a whole bunch of people, yes. And expendables are the ones that would be experimented upon, as what they were then in Germany. Some such stuff has happened, but I'm not going into that now. When Timothy came, while I was in 7G, St. Luke's Roosevelt, Timothy was hunted around Manhattan for 11 days, driven out of the hotel with whatever you could imagine, okay? Poison gas, electroshock, and then people hunted him for 11 days, because everyone knows it. This is the guy that they're doing this to. And yes, drugs were also involved, just drugs that were not of our choosing. And of course, the stress and the shock has its own effect. And people turned it into a game to play with us. Well, Timothy, I was in 7G at the time. Anyhow, my doctor, her name is, I'm going to be nice now and not mention her name. Let's say that in gypsy speak it means surprise. Not to be trusted, such a surprise. So she was aware of the fact that the environment in which I lived was not safe. So she did believe me, but put me in a place for mentally impaired people for my own safety, out of which I would not be released unless the doctors agreed. And in the meantime, my whole existence, my entire life, my belongings, my studio I had worked for my entire life was there in my enemy's hands, so to speak. Timothy was being run around, driven out the house. Well, our lives are intertwined, aren't they? Anyway, I managed to get out of there with Timothy's help. One of the guards at that place kept clicking his pen and said, very good, but we have other ways to control people. And yes, they do. There'll be more.